Hello everyone, my name is Evgenia and I am the 2024 World Champion in eyelid work using shadow techniques in the category Arrow with shading. And of course, I am also the ambassador of the beloved company Is Company. Today, I will tell you about and introduce you to our new product, the Opium Koki Ha Light Nyas eyelid set. And of course, the first thing we will start with is the unboxing of this product. I will show you what awaits you inside this box. It is a very high quality presentation package. It feels very pleasant to hold with magnetic fastening and silver embossing. There is a clear label indicating what this set is for, in this case, for shadow techniques in eyelid work. Now we open our box and the first thing we see is a great useful cheat sheet for decoding each pigment in the set with a note on the base and a handy guide on how and where each pigment can be conveniently used. In the set, you will find 5 main shades for working with eyelids. Naturally, there's black, 3 pigments to choose from in brown shades, and our super development, gold, without which none of my work is complete. And of course, how could we go without our super cooling gel, which is specifically designed for eyelids. Now we will do a pigment swatch. I'm sure you'll immediately pick a favorite. The first shade is black, a classic black color with the addition of a warm pigment. That is, it is already warmed up. It can be used confidently in its pure form, as well as for blending. Look at how finely dispersed it is, how pigmented it is, and how far it spreads. In my opinion, it's perfectly black. The second shade is dark brown, a deep brown, a rich brown pigment, and the darkest in the palette. It is perfect as a substitute for black, as well as for shadow techniques. The pigment has a cool base, so to give it a warm undertone, it is recommended to add warmer shades. The next pigment is warm brown, and it's the warmest base shade in the palette. An absolutely multifunctional color, which is perfect for warming up pigments as well as for working in its pure form, especially in blending. It's one of my favorites. I highly recommend it. The next shade is light brown. This is a neutral brown color, also for shadow techniques, suitable for transitioning in combination with black, meaning for blending and softening black, and also ideal for light-haired girls. The pigment is also suitable for classic blending and for working in the interlash space. And this is my favorite, gold. This is our development. This is real gold for your masterpieces. Perfect for softening any pigment from the range for a smooth transition in your blends. Additionally, this pigment can be added to any pigment to lighten the shade. Well, now I want to demonstrate the compatibility of these pigments and which colors can be combined with each other so you can layer them, knowing in advance that it will result in a beautiful healed outcome. Let's go. So I have these cool templates. I will use them to show you how we can adapt a specific mix from our line of eye pigments to suit a particular type of appearance of our clients. The first type of appearance we will discuss are fair-haired, maybe light brown-haired, completely non-contrasting girls. Typically, they have light gray, or blue, non-contrasting eyes. And for the base of our shading, I would highly recommend using the shade light brown. This is our shade of light brown, let's say, a completely non-contrasting color.
We can add it now. But even when adding density, we see that the shade is quite transparent, and this particular shade will really highlight the eye color. Next, see how they can work together with the gold shade. Just an incredible companion. Also such a transparent, beautiful shade. And of course, to darken our lash line, I will definitely use the dark brown shade instead of black. And like this, the three of them will play off each other in contrast. Just a gorgeous set. Got it memorized. Next, I suggest we consider the next type of appearance. These are girls who are more contrasting, either the same light brown or bright blondes. As a rule, their iris will be darker, such as bright hazel eyes, or cognac colored eyes. And for this, we will definitely use our favorite warm brown shade, warm brown, for blending. It will beautifully accentuate even the cognac eye color stunningly. It will work very, very beautifully. So, I always use gold, so I don't work without it. For blending, for color stretching, and for filling the interlash space for contrast girls, I will definitely use black, and they will look just as cool together. These are the first two options. Next, we have two more options, which we will now consider. Brunettes. Let's consider a soft appearance type as well. Brunettes with dark hair, but light eyes, blue, gray, light gray. Those with a cooler tone. What will we choose for them? To make the light eyes on brunettes pop, we will also choose a warm brown shade. This will be our main key gradient. Aha. Alright. I will definitely add gold to it as well, specifically for the color gradient, so that our blending fades almost to nothing and comes alive with new colors. And for the softness of filling the space between the lashes, of course I will use the shade dark brown, not black, but instead it is quite contrasting to secure our guide. It works really well here, just like that. And another remaining type of appearance is the contrasting brunettes. Very bright girls with dark, almost black hair. As a rule, their irises are also quite bright. And here, for the base of the blending, I suggest using the shade dark brown. Initially, it's a fairly dark, cooler, contrasting color. It can be used on its own to fill the space between the lashes, and it will also look great in blending for these contrasting brunettes. To soften the blending, I still recommend using gold, which is essentially created for this purpose, so that our blending gently fades away. And naturally, for filling the space between the lashes, since we already have bright eyes here, we will always add black, and ideally black shade from Ice Company's eyelid range. These are the main types that we have discussed with you. I am providing examples and variations of appearance types, so be sure to take note. The company's goal was to speed up work on the eyelid area, thereby reducing trauma. We really wanted to help the artist work faster and achieve truly stunning, healed results. The pigments really settle into the skin very quickly due to the fine particle size of the coloring powder, which contains only organic pigments that in principle have greater permeability by their characteristics, meaning improved coloring ability. And you can notice the matte effect in the work. The pigments have a balanced composition of a liquid carrier and silicon dioxide. I also want to point out that if something goes wrong, our pigments can be completely removed to zero. Please, here is a demonstrative result.